This NCP. I got a neighbor who's a type 1 diabetic, and he has to keep his insulin cold. And we're talking about power going out and all that stuff. And I said, I know there's kits you can buy that keeps your insulin cold. It keeps it in the refrigerator. And he said that he didn't have time to get it. And I said, all right, well, we'll figure something out. He goes, you figure things out. And I said, I'll figure it out. And I said, well, let me think about it, and I'll get back to you tomorrow. So during this time, I came up with the idea of putting it in one of these Ozark, Yeti, but this is an Ozark tumbler, and it's held this ice. It was full, but it's held this ice for about 2.5 days. If you were to put your insulin in something like this and keep it in the refrigerator, and I was thinking, it'll last. And then if the power goes out, you just cap it and put your ice in there, what you have left, and, keep it good. Put towels. I don't think you're supposed to have it actually on ice, but you get the idea. Now, while I was thinking about this, I did the Hurricane Florence video, getting ready for it. And one of my subscribers called Old Timer Lee, I'll put a link to his channel below. You should subscribe to him. I don't think he has any videos that I saw, but if he wants to start it, he should have this leg up. So subscribe to his channel. Anyway, he said that there's a list of hurricane tips there that he put down, which are pretty good. And one of them was to have a thermos to have coffee, because coffee is, it's important. And hot coffee, I could always run the generator or a fire or something, make coffee, but it's going to be a losing game. So if I had a thermos, it'd be a lot better. So this has been on my mind. And I went back with my neighbor yesterday and said, hey man, I was thinking about this, and one of my subscribers mentioned a thermos for coffee. I thought, the way these things really lose heat is through the lid here. This is where, they probably have insulated lids. I don't know. I don't have one. But they lose their hot or cold. So I went and got my my vacuum thermos. I'll put a link to it below. It's more of a soup one. It's a wide mouth vacuum thermos. I forget to make somebody's a tea, I think. Anyway, I do a lot of cooking videos in it back in the day I was doing thermos cooking, so look those up too. Which is, a good thing for hurricane too, I guess. But it has the lid that's insulated. It's a lot better, so it'll hold his insulin a lot longer. So he's just going to leave that in his refrigerator, with the lid off, and keep his insulin in there in case we lose power. It'll already be as cold as the fridge, the cap and the thing, it's already primed. And then he can put some paper towels on it, or some ice, and then some paper towels above it so that it isn't touching the ice. And it should last, a couple days at least. That's how long we're expecting this event to go. And I guess you can leave insulin out, but it starts degrading. But I don't know about that. But thanks to Old Timer Lee, I think we got a better solution of using an insulated thermos instead of a vacuum tumbler, which is kind of a thermos without a good lid on it. But I've been thinking about that, and I wanted to mention this to you guys and try to get him some subs as well. But go look at my Hurricane Florence, getting ready for Florence video. That's the video before this. I'll put a link to that, and I'll put a link to Old Timer Lee, his channel, and please subscribe. And go down there and look at the list he put down of stuff for the hurricane. It's pretty good. I really think there's a lot of good information there in his post. So this is NCP. I've got to get back to work. It's really hot and sweltering out, and I had a heck of a time getting those antennas down. I put them up really good for my ham radio. And we're trying to document everything here and all that stuff, but hopefully this will be a non-event, but I think there's going to be problems. But last I heard today it was going to drop down to maybe a 1 when it comes inland. But I'm not sure about the storm surge and all that stuff. I don't know. But keep your heads up, people, and, stay safe. But for you diabetics or someone who needs to keep a small thing cool, I think a vacuum thermos would be great. And you could probably still get those right now. Gas cans are going to be hard to get, and, fuel, I don't know, but, that stuff. So have a good one, everybody. It's NCP. I got to get back to work. Have a great one, everybody. Stay safe. Bye-bye.